Welcome, Hoarders. Here to playing some more Gran Turismo Sport, and in this episode we're going to be doing the MR Championship. I'm not sure if that's exactly what it's called, but that's what it is. The Midship Challenge is what it's technically called. I'm probably only going to do 3 or 4 races today, depending on... Okay, let's do some 8, 8, 8, 6... 6. I'll probably only do 3 today because that one has, because the first 2 I have a lot of laps. So I already have a car picked for this. Maximum tire rating is Sports Soft. Yes, I am using this, my Pagani Huayra. I bought it last week after the last episode with the Formula 1 car. Trying to think. Like, I really like this car, but it's not as good as it was in the previous games that I played. Like The Crew and The Crew 2. Okay. I had to retry this because for some reason my car decided it didn't want to make turns, and I went way off on some of these turns. I was doing good the first lap, but then it went down the shitter pretty quick. Passed that car a little earlier this time. That, what is it, the BB512 BB8? Move. Audi TT. Yeah, this car has a big issue with the braking. It doesn't brake very well, which you'd think it would. And it also doesn't steer very well. When it doesn't steer well unless you're just what do you call it? If you're just coasting. If you're coasting, it can turn. If you're flooring it, or if you're hitting the brakes, it can't turn at all. Usually I don't do third person. It's actually seeming pretty good on here. I know this turn I understeered a lot. See ya! It's got a lot of power in the straights. That's good. We're working our way up there pretty quick. Yeah, this turn, not this one. I did go off on this turn last time, but the one that really messed me up is this next one coming up. What are you doing? Fucking Lamborghini drivers. Taking up the whole damn road. I did think about getting that McLaren. Was it the 650S? Something like that. Oh, that's the 12C. Come on, get that power down. What is he doing? Jeez. There's a lot of crazies racing against us today. Okay. Here's our straight. This is the good one. This is where we make up any lost time. And this is where we lose it. Damn! This car, I've never had trouble like this with a car this high-end. Usually the high-end cars are the ones that drive so nice that you can just, like, straight from the factory, they usually handle, like, wonderfully good. And now it's just, this car is a fucking horror show. I might use a different car for the second half of these races. I might just use this for the first 3 or 4. And then next episode, I'll probably pick something else. Because this isn't doing it for me. I spent like a good hour and a half trying to tune this so it can handle good, and it's just not doing it. Okay, we only have 2 cars to pass. This one's not far away, but the next one is. We have 4 laps to pass him. I think we got this. Actually, this view right here, I've been doing the best when I've been racing with this. So I might stick at this for a little while. Brake. Please, God, brake. Dude, this fucking car doesn't stop. That's the second time I went off there. That's where I restarted the first time I raced this. But I think we're far enough ahead that it's not gonna... Like, we're close enough to the front that I don't think we're gonna lose. But, like, that's ridiculous. This is a very expensive car. You'd think if you hit the brakes, it would actually slow down. See, even he's having trouble, and he hit me. Like, it's like it only relies on the front and back fins to slow it down. It's like there's no actual brakes on this car. Apparently no steering either. Like, I've driven the 1970 Challenger on here and could make faster laps than this thing is right now. Okay, that's probably a lie. Because I just looked down how fast we're going. And we're genuinely going pretty quick. Maybe this car might just seem like it's going slow when you're going fast. Because this doesn't feel like 90 miles an hour right now at all. That's probably the issue. Looks like it's going a lot slower than what it is going. Oh, he's like jolting everywhere. Okay, I think we can now sit back and relax a little. That's the Veyron. I thought the Chiron would be on here. I think it's the Chiron. I don't remember. We're going to be hitting lap 6, so we'll have pretty much 2 full laps of just casual driving, I guess. Boy. Look how far he went off. Holy tits. Playing with a bunch of dumb AIs today. Guess I don't have much to worry about, huh? Wait, did I say... I think I said earlier I have 2 laps of just casual driving. It's gonna be 3, not 2. I don't know why I said that. Okay. Now it's gonna be 2. Dear God. Like, turn as hard left as you can, and I even let off the brakes, and it's still just, it's not turning. It's full of understeer, bad brakes, and bad handling. I mean, I guess understeer's mostly the bad handling part, but I don't know. It's also, these are not the tires I tuned the car with. I tuned them with Sports Soft, not Sports Soft. I tuned it with Racing Soft, and they gave me Sports Soft as the highest I'm allowed to set these as. So it's going to be a little bit worse than what I tuned it as. But still, it's just, even when I had the good tires on it, this car wasn't doing what it should. Between this race and the next race, I might try some experimental tuning. I think I need to change up the toe angle in the front a bit. Dude, I just walk away from them guys. Okay, last lap. Okay, didn't mess up that turn, so we're probably gonna be good. Oh. We're good. We're good. We're good. That could have been much worse. Usually that turn I mess up horribly bad. Oh, he went off a little. I think he's giving it too much gas. Jeez. Might even have too hard of suspension now that I'm seeing how it's handling. Okay, I think we got this. He was close to us there, but now we're just ripping right down the street. Okay, I think we got to do a little bit of tuning before the second race, but let's now head on over, do the second race. Okay, I did a little bit of tuning on it. I think it's a little bit better now. I don't know. I haven't even tried it yet. Better be better. Oh, it's not. Brakes are so bad in this. All those backfires, I love that sound. I should have tried for that. What is that, the X-Boy? I mean, I read what it said on the back, but I think it's a Honda though. I have one. I don't know, I think that tuning was a mistake. I should have left it alone. There's the old GT40. That's what I want bad. I could have used the 512BB, but right now I have it set up as a drift car. And I might have already used it in another episode. I don't know, I'd have to go back and check. But I try to use a different vehicle every episode when I can. Because sometimes it's like you have to use this Supra, this specific one, to do this race. It's like Mini Coopers and stuff like that. Some vehicles have their own challenge. I mean, the car doesn't seem that bad right now. I might just need to get more used to it. Because you have to definitely brake earlier with this. Move. Get your damn plastic window out of my way. It really takes off, though. I did much better on that turn than I did the first time. I don't know. I do think after the last race, I fully discovered that it just looks like it's going slower than it is, which is my biggest problem. Another Ferrari F40. Or is that's not an F40, is it? It looks like an F40 from behind. No, that's not. That's like the newer F40 type thing. I don't know if it's called the F40. I don't think it is. Might be like F50 or something. Come on. Like how that left fin twitches whenever I hit the brakes. I mean, the right one does too, but it depends what way you're turning. Like, if you're turning left, the right one twitches. If you're turning right, the right one twitches. Or if you're left, the right one twitches. Right, the left one twitches. Yeah. Both old McLaren. Well, not old. The one's not too old. The other one's a bit older. Come on. Okay, good thing I wrecked, because now it'll give me a little bit of time before I get into first. I don't... There's part of me that, like... Okay, this is what doesn't make sense to me. The last race that I did was all Formula 1, and that one was difficult. But now that I'm in the professional series, I think it's professional, whatever the third one is, I'm not having any trouble at all winning these. Like, I have still 4 or 5 laps left when I get in the first place. I don't get it. You know what I mean? Like, you'd think, oh, well, I could just do a couple races of this. And, like, already, I'm way farther ahead in this. Like, this took less time to record than what it took to do those 2 Formula 1 races. Like, those races took, like, a couple hours to do, because I just kept losing and losing. And for these videos, as long as I can, I'm going to try to always get gold trophies for every one of these races. But also, when it comes to, like, recording it, there's also that little bit of added stress. Like, I'm not fully concentrating when recording. Like, I never am. So, if you're recording, like, this is what amazes me. Like, people that do, like, no-scope stuff and all that type of stuff, like Call of Duty trick shot stuff, if they're recording, like, I get too nervous when I'm, like, recording stuff. I always end up driving worse, shooting worse, and everything like that. But there's some people that, like, you can flick a camera on and they're like, oh, I'm good. I got this. I know how to do this. I'm going to do a 360 no scope off of the top of a train and hit 4 people in the head. I was like, how the fuck? I mean, stuff like that, I couldn't do that if I wasn't recording. But I don't know. Like, when racing, you're talking to people. Not technically just racing. But if you're recording any gameplay and you're talking to people, that takes a bit of your concentration away. So, like, back there when I hit that wall a little bit, I wasn't thinking too much about the wall. I wasn't thinking, oh, I gotta brake a little early. But at the same time, you don't want to, fuck. I'm gonna do it again. At the same time, you don't want to not talk at all. Because if you don't talk at all, no one's gonna watch shit. If that makes sense. It's not gonna be interesting. If all you hear is, I could probably do racing ASMR. Decently far ahead. Too fast. Brakes suck. Honestly, what I might try is using the 512BB in the next race if, only if I haven't used it before. Maybe even the Ferrari F40. Or the GT40. I have all of them. But I don't want to buy something again, because this car cost me over $1 million, and I don't want to spend another $1 million on another car for one race series that's not going to make me anywhere near that much. I'm getting about $50K a race in this series, and that's not going to be enough at all. There's what, 7 races? So that'd be 175K that I would make if I make 50K a race. Well. Someday soon, I think I'm gonna, I need to go out and clean my truck. I mean, interior's not bad, but since I got the truck, I've never shampooed, like, the carpet inside or the seats or anything. And I would like to do that, because you never know what... Like, I don't want skin cells and shit of previous owners in my vehicle. It's just nasty. I need to take my headliner out again, because I bought fabric to go over the headliner, and for some reason the glue keeps letting go. And I'm using glue that should never let go. I might just not have put enough in that one area or something. But the first time I used spray adhesive, and that did not work at all. Like, it started falling apart like a week later. Like, it started drooping and stuff. So last time I used contact cement, which, for those of you who have never used it, it's like a thick glue you paint both sides of, like, the objects that you're gluing together. You paint both sides with that glue, and you let it dry to the point where they're not sticky by themselves. And then once you hook them together, those two, like, non-sticky surfaces, once they touch, you are not pulling them apart. It might have something to do with, like, just the heat and then the cold and stuff. Jeez, went way off right there. Still pretty far ahead. Is that an Aventador? I don't think it is. I think that's the newer one. It's definitely a Lamborghini. Yeet. Oh, we're not making this. The brakes are truly killing me with this car. Like, I can deal with the understeer and stuff, but the brakes are just not doing it. I went full brakes there, and it didn't even fucking... Like, it didn't feel like it slowed down even a little. Like, driving this, you know what this feels like? It feels like the rotors on this car are made of ice. And the brake pads are just slipping on them. That's what it feels like to use the brakes in this car. I even turned the brakes up. I might have turned them up even too high now, but, like, you don't want the brakes tight enough that you skid when you hit them. You want it, like, right close to that point. Because if they squeal on the ground, you're not going to slow down as quickly. But I can't tell if my braking, like the squealing of the tires... Yeah, it is from the brakes. Because, like, it still squeals when I'm just driving around a regular turn, too. Too fast again. Can't make that fucking turn. Wonder if I should do another experimental tuning before the next race. Because if I keep doing these tunings and it doesn't get better, and it just keeps getting worse, we're going to have some issues by the time I'm done with this series. Also, I need to get back to Gran Turismo 5. I need to finish that. We're pretty far into it, but the problem I'm having is I can't get the right car. Like, there's almost a specific car you need in order to do that one next race. Like, it's got to be a really good muscle car. The one that I saw everyone beat the race in was a Corvette. Like the racing Corvette, which I need to save up a lot of money to get. But I'd like to get Need for Speed Heat, and I would also like to get Modern Warfare. Yee. I didn't even realize we're on our last lap. Final straight. Just yeet it on through here. And we won! Okay. So now, we can go on through to race 3. Okay, this one should be relatively quick. The last one was actually the longest race of this series. I want to get to this view. I know I'm going to have trouble here on this turn. Ooh. That helped my brakes a lot. Good. Okay. That's all. Oh, what are you doing? Might even try the Countach. I forgot about that. I even put one in the thumbnail, and I didn't even think about using it for this. It definitely feels like it's handling a lot better now. Come on. Oh, wide. Couldn't really make that turn. Come on, there we go. Wanted to take it from the inside a bit. Now we're ripping. Don't want to... Yeah, there we go. I didn't mess up that turn like I did last lap. What are you doing, bud? Okay. Getting pretty far up there. I'm not worried yet. I think we're not going to have much of an issue winning this one either. Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh, just slightly too fast. We didn't even go off the turn. No, that's good. Yeah, he did what I did the second lap. Or the first. Oh, this is way too fast. I would never cheat. Yeah, he went an extra mile and a half. He's gone. Now we got the rest of the race to just cruise. While I'm thinking about it right now, yesterday I did a live stream of trying to get to 550 subs on YouTube. When we originally started the stream, it was going to be the road to 500 subs, and that day right before I started streaming, I hit 500, and I was like, oh. Damn it. I don't know. I don't even know what to think, honestly. 500, like, in certain terms, you're like, that's not that many people. But, like, 500 people that enjoy watching my content. Or content I make. That's crazy. That is a lot. That's more people than went to my school. God damn, you asshole. Fucking people driving Pagani Huayras are just dickheads. You know what I mean? Move. So, if you guys are enjoying this, and you're this deep into the video, which I don't know why you would be, if you're this far into the video, I'm gonna do a little test. If you're this far in the video, type beans in the comment. I'm just curious how far people watch into this stuff. Because I could understand why a race could get eventually boring. Especially when you're driving as bad as me right now. But if you are enjoying this, please subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. Finally getting up there a little bit. That's crazy. It's been like 5 years. Oh no. This is what I was talking about earlier with when I talk too much and I'm not concentrating. That turn's a killer though. There's a lot of people that go off of that turn. I think I mentioned it a long time ago. I was watching a fail race video and he drove off that turn, and then I was like, oh, I don't feel so bad about it now. Because I've gone off that turn a billion times. Finally, some competition up here. Thank you for hitting me, being the reason I slow down. He's slip sliding away. Probably way, yep, way too fast. Way too fast. I'll take the cheat route again. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to either keep trying to tune this car or find a different car for the next episode of this. Because usually I don't do two of the same series, two separate videos. But this one alone is going to be almost an hour. Maybe even over. Because that last race was 17 minutes long. And I do not like posting extremely long videos. Because not only... I gotta sneeze. God. Ugh. I think spring's coming. God, I fucking hate sneezing. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Damn it, Dale. I was asking about the story. Yeah, I'd like the videos to be a little shorter. Just because when they're too long, it takes forever to upload them to YouTube. And it also takes forever to render them. Like, usually weekends are when I do these videos. And, like, if I'm rendering a video on, like, Saturday, I'm also uploading a video at the same time. So once, like, the second that one's done rendering, I'm uploading it. And then I start editing the next one, and then upload, edit, upload. But, like, these videos are easy to edit. They just take a long time to render. Especially because I render them in 4K. Just so I can get a little bit sharper of an image. That's basically the only reason for that. But the last Call of Duty video I did, I hope it doesn't show through on here. It might. It better not, though. I had some weird mic humming issue. Like, the background of the mic was just... So I put an inline hum filter. It's supposed to... I guess the longer of a XLR cable you have, the more of a chance there is that you're going to have a hum. So I bought a cable that goes in between the two cables I have that's supposed to reduce that. And it should. Final stretch. Oh, we almost could have lapped that guy. One more lap and we would have. Okay, well, that is going to be the last race for today. Next episode, we're going to do the last 4 races of the series, but I'm debating. I might use the same car, I might not. I don't think I'm going to. I might try to go for something a little bit older and something that's not as good. Shit, what am I doing? If I go down the list quick. See, I'll show you why I picked the Huayra. Because I was going down here and I saw the Bugatti, and then I saw 986 horsepower. And then I got a little bit worried because that's a lot of horsepower. But the way the car's raced, it's not that good of a car. Oh, those are just the main rivals. Okay, let's just look at the ones I have. I've used that already. Don't know if I've used this or not. I might have, but not in a video. The F40, I don't think I used that in a video. I don't think I used the 512 in a video. I don't think I used the GTO. Oh, I'd like to get this. I don't remember if I used the GT40 or not. The Nova should be in here too. I forgot I had this. Where's my Nova? Or was that in the last? No, the Nova's not mid-engine rear wheel. What am I talking about? I'm an idiot. Oh, that's because I was looking at the next race in the thing. That's why I was thinking the Nova. I don't know. The F1 McLaren might be pretty good. But I bought the Huayra because I was like, oh, that's going to be good. Just because the other games I used it in, it was really good in those games. This one, not so much. And I've almost done 100 miles just today. But that is going to be it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. And if you did enjoy the video, check out one of my previous, next, and related videos, and don't forget to check out my social medias in the description down below.